Okay, so the first couple cards that we've got out here are the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Eight of Wands in reverse. The collective is starting right now, okay? So first off, 777 could be significant. That could be a number, even 77 too. That could be a number that y'all have been seeing a lot. But some of y'all are definitely planting seeds right now. Or like taking better care of yourself, or being more intentional about taking better care of yourself and showing yourself love and pouring into yourself. But there's also something that y'all could be growing or starting from the ground up at this time. Something's kind of like in its seedling phase. Okay. But there could be an energy here of like y'all, this card generally is speaking to somebody being sneaky or some type of betrayal energy. But this could be y'all having like sneaky thoughts, or like thoughts that you don't really align with. You know, kind of when y'all get like that voice in your head that's kind of doubting you, or projecting fears, or talking badly about you or the situation, or is just very fearful, right? It's like y'all could be working on like pouring into yourselves and showing up for yourselves and showing y'all love. Y'all could be starting a new journey and trying to nurture something, but in the back of your mind, sorry, the camera's mirrored, but you, in the back of your mind, you could be having like low vibe thoughts that are coming through that are kind of making you feel discouraged. Yeah, it's like there could have been a situation here where y'all felt like potentially betrayed or backstabbed by a lot of people, or just like heavily misunderstood and unsure of like what's going on. Because we also have the Eight of Wands here. Make sure I'm holding it up correctly. We have the Eight of Wands here, but it's in reverse, which is speaking to miscommunications, lack of communications, things not being communicated properly or going through properly. Thank you. I'm using the Light Seers deck if you're curious. But yeah, so this could be speaking to like miscommunication, something not coming through. There could have been some type of situation that happened on social media that didn't go in your favor, or was potentially like unproblematic, well, was potentially problematic. And we have Ace of Swords at the bottom. So it's like whatever the situation is, it probably had you moving away from certain people, but it also gave you a new perspective on who those people are, or just gave you some clarity or some truths about the situation in general. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Justice card came out. And the Emperor. It's like y'all took the high road with something. Some of y'all were like, you know what, with whoever this situation, whoever this person is, whatever the situation is, I'm going to let the divine handle it. I'm going to let the powers that be handle it. And I'm going to trust that I'm going to be able to get justice in the situation. Right? So as you can see, here's the Justice card. And then we have like the scales and balance. And then we have the Emperor here. So it's like heavy on y'all recognizing, I feel like y'all got your power back from the situation in a sense. It's kind of like you were able to see somebody's true colors, and instead of taking it personally, or instead of internalizing it, you were like, okay, like that's them, that's whatever issues that they might have going on, or whatever work it is that they have that they need to do. And instead of internalizing it, you really went inwards and was like, how can I balance this situation out for myself, right? How can I pour into myself? How can I nurture myself? How can I find peace in this situation? Y'all could have even contemplated how can you properly handle the situation in terms of an outcome. Yeah, literally, as I'm saying, an outcome. We have the Seven of Cups at the bottom. It's like y'all had several different options of how you knew you could handle the situation. Some of y'all was like, should I be the old me? Should I be petty? Should I, should I get my get back? Some of y'all, should I take the high road? Should I go about this in a new way? And I feel like even with that Ace of Swords that was coming out, I feel like y'all were like, how can I look at this situation in a totally different direction? You see, in this the Emperor on this card, they have a chess piece in their hand. Like, y'all were heavily using strategy with this situation here. You're like, I'm about to go about this in a way that doesn't reflect back poorly on me, or doesn't put my manifestations in jeopardy. Okay, what else? Yeah, heavy on a new beginning. Y'all are definitely walking away from the burdens, leaving something alone, leaving the heavy thoughts, the doubtful thoughts alone, walking away from that perspective. But there's a need for y'all to be confident, because the Queen of Wands just flew out upside down. So that's someone here having a lack of confidence, potentially being too forceful with something. And I'm not seeing any cups out here, which means that y'all probably are not getting in tune with your emotions in regards to this. Yeah, somebody's not seeing something clearly. What is going on? Okay. Yes, okay, so y'all could be healing right now. The Star card came out with the Hangman. Or the Hanged One. Yeah, and Seven of Cups back at the bottom. So it's like with this Hanged One energy and the Star here, it's like y'all could be feeling this lack of confidence and potentially a lack of direction in something moving forward. I'm getting heavy, like a letting go of something, but it's like this is allowing for your healing with the Star, right? This is allowing for a new beginning, a new way to process, and it's also allowing you with the Hanged One here a change of perspective, a new way of seeing something, a new way of operating, and all of it can feel new. It can feel like you don't know exactly what is going on, like somebody could have misunderstood you. Like, you could have really just went inwards to yourself and was like, you know what, I just want to do my healing. I just want to focus on me. I want to take some space. I want to take some time to myself. And it's kind of like other people around you could have interpreted you as being sneaky, or being up to something potentially. Like, and they could have felt some type of way about that. They could have felt backstabbed. They could have felt left behind or left out in the cold, which caused miscommunication, because you're like, yo, I'm just trying to get my life together. I'm just trying to look at things differently. I'm just trying to heal. I'm just trying to become the best version of myself. This really had nothing to do with anybody else. And they're just, for whatever reason, not able to see it that way. And it's like, you're really just like trusting the process, trusting that things are going to work themselves out, and really stepping into your boss energy. But it's like there's still some part of you that's like lacking confidence as to if you're doing the right thing or going about it in the right way. Okay. So what's the advice here, Spirit? What's the advice here for collective in this particular situation? Choose. I feel like choose to leave behind the burdens. So let me get organized. This is like choose to leave behind the burdens. Choose to leave behind what's not serving you. Choose to believe. Choose to believe in a higher outcome than what it is that you're seeing or experiencing right now. Because there's happiness out here for you. There's so much fulfillment out here for you, so much joy, so much love, so much peace. But you have to want to choose it, right? And Two of Swords, another decision card. It comes down to your choice. Like, some of y'all could be waiting for the divine to guide you somewhere to make something clear. But sometimes the way it works is that you have to go inwards with yourself. Make a decision based on what's authentic for you, and then in doing that, once you make your choice, you start taking aligned actions forward, and the path becomes more and more clear because the divine can start aligning you with who you need to be around and where you need to go, and the opportunities kind of flow. But it's like sometimes we wait for the divine to give us like this strong like confirmation. The thing is, they probably have given confirmations upon confirmations, but there's a need to really trust yourself at this point and make the best decision that you can make right now with the information that you have available to you. And of course, you could always book a reading if you would like to dig in further, but there's really a need to go inwards, choose what's authentic for you, and then from there the path unfolds. Okay, let's move in a new direction. Okay, Spirit, please clear that energy. What else does the collective need to know? Okay. What else does the collective need to know, Spirit? I feel like after that last message, y'all might need some encouragement before we get into any more tea or any more of the business. Slow your roll. Okay, Spirit. What messages does the collective need to know right now? What kind of encouragement do they need today? Bravery. Face the unknown with bravery. Trust your steps. So there's a need for y'all to be brave right now. There's something unknown that y'all are embarking on, or something that you're not exactly sure how it's going to play out. Maybe you're even a little confused on how to go about it or how to do it. But there's a need for y'all to be brave and trust your steps. Trust your own instincts and intuition. We have grace at the bottom as well. It says grace is the universe's blessing. Open your heart to receive it. And then we have remove the negative energy. Cleansing. Cleanse your mind and spirit. Remove negative energy behind that. let's see. Anything else, Spirit? It feels like y'all are about to take a leap of faith. Literally, this person is right here at the edge, just looking over into the beyond. Like, there's something new. There's something new that's coming in for y'all, okay? New love that's coming in for y'all. Yeah, definitely something new is on the horizon. I'm about to show y'all this card in a second. Love. Love is everywhere. Open your heart to feel it. So as I was saying, something new is coming in. Y'all are about to embark on something new. Love came out. So y'all could be experiencing new love in all kinds of forms. I was heavily getting romantic at first with this. Heavy on throat chakra with all of the blue and sacral chakra with all of the orange. So this new love that's coming in could be a real strong point of inspiration for you. It can even help inspire you to get back in tune with yourself. And grace is back at the bottom. So have grace with yourself in the situation, even if it's new, even if you feel like out of practice or out of touch. Like, just be open to seeing where it can go. And that's like romantic love, that's friendship, that's you just being open to like finding, like allowing yourself to like be in new communities or, you know, groups, trying something new. Like, the card literally says love is everywhere. Love is everywhere. Trust your heart to receive it. Birds could be significant as well. Blue birds. I saw a blue jay today too, so heavy on that. Butterflies as well. Butterflies. This is a time of transformation for y'all. Okay, we have determination. Face challenges with determination. You can achieve anything. So some of y'all could be experiencing fear about the new, but there's a need to balance that out. One, to maintain harmony in relationships, as the card says, but also to balance that out, because y'all have been calling in love, y'all have been calling in your new beginnings, y'all have been calling in happiness for some time now, right? But so now is not the time to let fear get in the way of your blessings. Now is not the time to let fear get in the way of everything it is that you have been wanting. Let's see if there's one more card that they want to leave y'all. One more message on this before we move on. Okay. Hope. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Hope is the light in the darkness. Never extinguish it. Never extinguish it. Yeah, there's a huge like need for y'all to be hopeful right now. Especially like having determination, being resilient, continue to move forward on your path, even if there's a lot of unknowns, even if there's a lot of things you're not sure about, right? Because there's so much love out here. There's a new connection potentially on the horizon, and all Spirit needs you to do right now really is to just be brave. Just be brave. Trust that you can do it. Trust that you're being guided. You see all these lanterns here up in the sky, like, you have so much divine guidance and protection out here. All they need you to do is just leap. That's all. They just need you to leap, and then they can handle the rest. Okay. Let me get y'all some higher self messages. What's the deck called? Hi, Isabel. This deck is called the Cosmic Energy. Okay, I'm gonna show you the box and the cards. So this is the Cosmic Energy Oracle cards. Thank you. Yeah, it might be by Empath Soul, but Cosmic Energy Oracle cards. Thank you for asking too. I really like these cards. They're so beautiful. The artwork on these cards are so beautiful. And peace is at the bottom here too. Find inner peace in moments of stillness. But yeah, they're so beautiful. And so like encouraging and uplifting too. So yeah, I hope you enjoy them. I'm doing the collective right now, but I'll also be doing personals at the end. But definitely everybody in the live right now, make sure to follow, and you can check out my YouTube as well, link in the bio. Let's see what higher self messages we can get for y'all at this time. Pull the strings that control your own life. That is so significant for what we're talking about, y'all. Really understanding how much power it is that you have. How much like authority and control you really have over your own life. Like, I feel like sometimes we kind of grow up feeling like we don't have as much like ability to make our own decisions or like charge our own path forward, but it's like you do have that, you know? The thought to not have that is really just an illusion. Like, you get to choose from this point forward how it is that you want to move, you know? So, and sometimes, even look at the imagery on this card, sometimes you might have to like sit with yourself, sit with the divine, sit out underneath the stars and really just contemplate about what you want, right? Because sometimes when you like go through the world feeling like you don't have choices, you don't have options, you have a prescribed plan, right? It can be hard to feel like you know what you want, or you know how to move forward, or you're like, what? I have choices, I can decide, and that can be so overwhelming, right? But that's where you start calling your power back to yourself. You start calling back your authority and realizing that this is your life to live, right? Maybe in the previous years, it wasn't so much up to you. Maybe there are certain situations and things at play, people even in your surroundings that, you know, were kind of pulling the strings or making you feel like you didn't have the ability to choose for yourself, but now you do. Spirit is saying you pull the strings that control your own life. So it's time to take back the reins. Okay? It's time to take back the reins. What else, Spirit? Okay. This says you have to come back to the start to see what you've missed before. You have to come back to the start to see what you've missed before. So some of y'all could be feeling like you're in a cycle. Some of y'all could be feeling like you've been in a certain situation before, that you've seen this before, or you kind of been here before. But the difference is you're not the same exact you that you were when you first encountered it, right? That's the difference. You're not the same exact you. So you're being brought back to the start so that you can actually choose to handle these situations and choose to go about it in a way that you wouldn't have previously. Some people could look at it and feel like they're being trapped in a cycle. They're stuck. Things are not moving on. But when you look at it from a higher perspective, you realize Spirit is giving you the opportunity, God, ancestor, Spirit, the universe, whatever your verbiage, they're giving you the opportunity to go back so that you can correct it. I'm hearing correct it, to make changes, to do something differently, right? Because that's also a way of calling your power back to yourself, is when you realize that you're not handling situations the same way that you used to, that you're not looking at them from the same perspective that you used to, right? This says, so no, you're not stuck. I just feel like I want to clarify that real quick. No, you're not stuck. And no, this is not coming back around because of a punishment or anything. You have been learning. You have been growing and evolving and making all the steps, all the right steps that you have been needing to make. You have been making. And this is not about perfectionism or needing to be perfect. This is like, it's coming back around so you can collect your energy back and remind yourself you're really that you're really that girl, you're really that guy, you're really that them, okay? Like, and you have grown so much, and these moments help you show yourself and help reveal just how much you have grown, okay? So then the next card we have says, intention and action launches all your dreams. Intention and action launches all of your dreams. So that's where you're at right now, collective, is being intentional about what you want from this point moving forward, right? Pulling your own strings, charging your own path forward, creating your own vision rather than living out somebody else's, right? That takes intention, right? And that calls for a need to be in solitude sometimes to get clear on your own inner voice or what it is that you want, right? And action, like, both are needed. Intention is intention is action. Okay. Intention, yeah. Some of y'all could be feeling like, but I've been putting out all my intention out here. I've been manifesting. I've been saying what it is that I want. Yes, all of that is important, right? It's so important. It's so necessary, right? We need to clarify the vision. But with that, we also need action, right? Because we live in the 3D realm. As much as we are spiritual beings and we love to live up in the cosmos, like, we live in a 3D realm, and therefore we need to put forth action into the 3D so that we can actually see our manifestations come into fruition in the 3D, right? Sometimes you have to, if you're trying to make new friends, you gotta put yourself in new places to meet people sometimes, right? Or for a new relationship. Or if you want to be seen, let's say you do art and you want your work to be seen or to be noticed, you gotta put your work out there, whether that be on social media, or like you contact art galleries, or you create prints and you like hand your work out, or you show it off to people, or you go to different events. I know I'm getting flyers vibes, so y'all could be party promoters too. But it's like, even with the party, you have to promote it, you know. You gotta, I mean, a lot of people go online and promote, but you also gotta, like, word of mouth is so huge too for something like throwing party. I don't know why I'm getting throwing parties, y'all. Maybe y'all are throwing parties. Maybe y'all are wanting to be event planners or event hosts or something to that effect. But yeah, intention and action. Intention and action, both are needed. That's what's gonna launch your dreams. Not just the intention, but the actual action behind it, okay? And then this says, storms may bring passion, but not peace. So, with this card coming out, I feel like this is a reminder not to get in your own way. You know, because sometimes when we have these big dreams, we could want them to just come about like instantaneously. But there's a need to, like, not self-destruct, not self-sabotage. Like, realize that, you know, you're in control of your emotions, you're in control of your reality. Every day might not be the same, right? Some days might be challenging, and that's okay, right? Because those challenges teach us something, right? They help us become resilient. But don't dwell in the storms, right? Don't dwell in the storms, right? And for some of y'all, because I'm also getting this, it says storms may bring passion but not peace. So some of y'all could have been motivated by conflict also, or like people doubting you or hating on you or something to that effect, right? And that could have really like driven you in the past, and maybe it's even potentially driving you right now. But Spirit might be calling some of y'all to check in with yourselves and see, okay, this has worked for you, but have you been peaceful? You've been creating, you've been bringing things forward, but has it brought you peace? Have you really gotten to enjoy it the way that you actually wanted to? And if the answer is no, then maybe there's a way for you to find inspiration from a place that's less instigating towards you or your emotions. Where you can experience peace and happiness rather than feeling like you're always in competition or always being doubted, right? Because everybody don't have to doubt you. Okay, let's see. Where do we want to go next? Thank y'all for liking the live. Definitely make sure to follow. Okay. Okay. Okay, Spirit, what else does this collective need to know? What other messages need to be brought forward? So what other messages need to be brought forward, Spirit? Deception, false illusions, scarcity mentality, falling into bad habits. And happiness is at the bottom of the deck. So, with that, some of y'all could have been deceiving yourselves as to what actually really makes you happy or what really brings you in like real fulfillment. Some of y'all could be engaging in things where you're convincing yourself that you're happy or that you're enjoying it or that you're having the best time, when in reality you're not. When in reality you want something new, or you want a different feeling, a higher feeling. I clocked you. Yeah, some of y'all could be like, you know, I feel like we've all been there before, but there's a need to be real. Like, I feel like that's the Spirit saying, like, there's a need to be real with yourself. If you're gonna be real with anybody, at least be real with yourself about what actually makes you happy, what actually makes you fulfilled, and also being real about what's not working, what doesn't feel like it's in alignment anymore, what feels like it's cool but it's not really exactly what it is that you want, you know. This says, new discoveries that lead to celebration, love yourself first. So there's a need to put yourself first, right? And really understand that sometimes, like, putting yourself first, because leap of faith is behind that, means that you need to take a risk, that you need to step into the beauty of the unknown, that you need to take yourself on a new journey, that you might need to walk away from certain things, right? And embrace your creativity, right? Embrace what actually makes you feel fun. Like, so y'all could be around people that make you feel like you're not fun or something, but like, embrace the things that, I need to switch hands. Embrace the things that make you feel like you're having fun, that's allowing you to actually show up as your authentic self, and where you don't feel like you have to perform, where you don't feel like you have to put on a mask or be something or someone that you're not, or act like you're enjoying something when you know you're really not, you know. And I'm also getting to, like, I don't know if anybody's using like mechanisms to cope, but there's a need to also get real about that, and if you want to keep doing that or using that moving forward. Let's see if there's anything else in here before we keep going. Yeah, let's see too. Any advice on this, Spirit? Any advice on this deception, Spirit? Any advice? Also, scarcity mindset. Ooh, y'all saw that pop out. Scarcity mindset. Say no to a scarcity mindset. The world is your oyster. Okay. So, recognition came out. Admiration for your hard work is coming. So, even with that deception too, like, if somebody made you feel like, this could be related to somebody's job potentially, or just like, you could be a writer, you could be in tech, something that has you on your laptop a lot potentially. But if anybody has made you feel like your work isn't good enough too, like, that's a bull-faced lie. Admiration for your hard work is coming, right? If the people around you don't get you or don't get what you do, leave them be. focus on the people who it is that you're actually trying to connect with or reach out to, because those people will actually understand the language that you speak. They'll understand it, and those people will be where you get your recognition from. So stop trying to delude yourself into thinking that the people who have already shown you that they don't get you are gonna all of a sudden get you. Sometimes those people don't get you till way later, right? And happiness back at the bottom. Yeah. But okay, in terms of advice with recognition coming out, the advice here is to also stay positive, stay optimistic about what is to come, right? In being real with yourself and realizing that, you know, you could have been engaging in things that, like, you realize don't in fact actually make you as happy as you thought okay, let me slow down. You could have been engaging in things that you now realize don't make you as happy as you thought they would, right? And now you're actually recognizing it, right? That's the first step, right? That's the first piece of advice, is actually recognizing that it doesn't serve you. And then also be optimistic towards the future, in that now that you're able to point it out, you're able to highlight it, you're able to recognize it, right? That you can actually make a change about it. That you can actually do something different. That you can actually align yourself with people and connections who actually are going to make you genuinely happy and understand you. Okay, let's see. Thank y'all to everybody's coming in. Thank y'all for the lives. Thank y'all for the follows. Thank you, Dawn. What else do you have for advice, Spirit? Embrace. That's beautiful. I'm about to show y'all this in a second. Okay, so we have embrace. Find peace with your current state of being. So I feel like this is heavily like, you know, in having these realizations, don't be so hard on yourself. For all the things that you start to uncover that you're like, how did I not see this before? How did I not know this? How am I just now having this realization? I feel like there's a need for y'all to really embrace yourself. Like, literally give yourself a hug. Or if there's somebody around you who can give you a hug, ask them for a hug. You know, if you feel safe to do so. But also, like, give yourself grace and remind yourself. I got the puzzle piece, y'all, sorry. But remind yourself that you're on a journey. You're literally learning so much about yourself, and so quickly at that. And there's so many, like, so much new here. So much leaps that's, like, actively happening. Like, there's not a need for you to focus on the past. Or focus on all the things that you feel like didn't go right or went wrong or all these things. It's like, no. Focus on the present. Focus on how far it is that you've actually come. And I actually want to show y'all something too, because this feels relevant. I came across this image recently, and I hope y'all can see it. It says, "How silly of me to forget how far I've come just because I still have far to go." And I feel like that's so important. I'm going to read y'all another one. It says, "No, I'm not everything I want to be yet, but I am a lot of things I wanted to be 2 years ago, and what a wonderful thing that is to realize." So, let me turn the brightness down so y'all hopefully, yes. It really is beautiful, yeah. It's like, don't be too hard on yourself at all. Because the things that we didn't know before, we didn't need to know. Because if we needed to know it, we would have known it, right? Sometimes we just have to make peace with that exact fact. Is that we didn't know it then, but we've gotten ourselves to this point now where we do know it. Where we're able to hold that truth and embrace it rather than run away from it or ignore it or push it away or like be in denial about it, right? And that's exactly what your journey was for, to help get you to this point. And even where you are right now, you're going to look on this point 2 years from now and be so grateful for this version of you, because this version of you is going to take you like so much farther than you can even realize right now. Right? Like, I feel like exactly like where we are today, we might hoped that we would have got to this point, but we may not even have been sure how exactly it was going to happen. But here we are, right? And yes, we still have so much more to go, but that's the beauty of the journey, right? Sometimes you don't know exactly where exactly it's taking you, but that's why you create a vision and you hold on to your determination and understand that no matter what comes your way, that you're going to be able to handle it, right? And that's why we get encouraged so often to have hope, is because hope is the light in the darkness, right? Sometimes when we feel like we don't know the path that we're walking on, we feel like we're in uncharted territory, or uncharted waters, new things pop out that we did not expect, right? Like a divine counterpart. So this message might be taken a whole new direction, but I hope that resonated for whoever it was meant to, right? Because yeah, leaps of faith are important, and some of y'all could be really taking a leap of faith right now in regards to love and in regards to a divine counterpart, right? A divine connection sent to you from your angels, right? So I mean, obviously we can look at that in terms of romantic love, and I'm going to dig into that. But thank y'all for following. Thank y'all for the likes. With the divine counterpart, right? This could also, like, we could also be talking about soul tribe here. You know, friends and new community and stuff. But, okay, Spirit. Divine counterparts is on the board. What are we talking about? What else? What is important here with these divine counterparts? You claim it? I know that's right. Right, bring us in the divine counterpart, Spirit, okay? Sooner rather than later. Past life. They're speaking. Past life connection. Past life connection. Okay, I'm about to bring out the love deck for y'all, because clearly we are going in that direction. Let me see if Spirit got one more card. Let me see if Spirit has one more card on this, and then we're going to get into the business. Right, let me cook. Thank you, Isabel. Yo, we are in the business. I'm loving the vibe tonight. I'm loving the vibe. Strength is out here. I'm going to shuffle through this one more time, and then I'm going to get into these cards, and then I'm going to pull from the love deck. Because clearly, some of y'all are coming into a connection. Like, all of this hope. And mind y'all, let me... I mean... we have soulmate at the bottom of me shuffling. Like this, yeah, clock it. We're bringing out the love deck. This is so much fun. We're bringing out the love deck. Because, mind y'all remember when I started with these cards, when we started with these cards, right? Bravery was the very first card out, and then love. Love birds, right? Having determination and having hope, right? For this new beginning, right? And I feel like the important thing about love always is like you got to come into union with yourself, right? You got to come into balance and harmony with yourself. Really be able to be honest with yourself about what it is you want, what you really need to like rise to the occasion of, like you know, clear out all of the deceptions, right? So that you can actually bring in true happiness and actually understand what that looks like for yourself, right? Because when you're able to recognize your happiness, is when you can actually embrace it, not only from yourself but from other people. Like, do y'all see how this is unfolding? And when you can embrace it within yourself is when you can embrace it from somebody else, right? That's when spirit can bring in a divine counterpart, you know? So let's get into this business, okay? So we have divine counterpart out here. A divine connection sent to you from your angels. Heavy on the heart space, heart chakra. The color green could be significant. But it's like this new connection that's coming can really like light a flame inside of you, right? For some of y'all, this could really be your end all be all. For some of y'all, this could be a connection that's coming in to like show you something, teach you something, you know. You're wearing green right now. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so you're actively, you know, that's another thing. When you wear, sidebar y'all, when you're wearing certain colors, you can really use that to help you like align your chakras. You know, you can literally ask spirit, ask your ancestors, ask your angels, like, allow this color green, for example, that I'm wearing to help me open up my heart space, open up my heart chakra, and be open to new possibilities, right? You could do that with all the colors. Yellow for your solar plexus too, right? That's like more in your stomach area for confidence. Orange for your creativity, and even like sexual energy too, right? But crown, purple, that's up in your head to help you open up so you can clearly receive your downloads from the universe. Throat chakra, that's a blue. You know, if you ever need to like speak up for yourself or speak clearly, or like get your words out, you could wear blue that day. Wear blue that day. Ask your spirit team, spirit guides, your ancestors to help like invoke that energy within you. Yeah. So we have past life connection out here. Someone with heavy influence from a past life that's with you. So for whoever of y'all were like, you're seriously having this divine counterpart come in, this could really be a past life connection, right? This could also be like your divine counterpart that's being brought in could be your soulmate. Like, this could be happening. And y'all know I keep getting cards out with like fiance. Earlier I was shuffling, I kept getting the husband, wife, life partner card. Like, some of y'all are really like opening yourself up to like a real serious connection. Like, all of this work that you're doing on yourself, all of these realizations that you're allowing yourself to have, all of this forgiveness that you're having for yourself and grace that you're having for yourself, I just cut it to a new opportunity. Like, y'all are really allowing yourselves to bring this in. Okay, I want to know more about this actual connection. And maybe we can even get into the tarot to get some signs. We'll see. But this is something serious. How we get the divine counterpart, past life connection, and soulmates all in one moment. Like, y'all, I love this for y'all. I love this for y'all. I love this for us. You said you love my vibe. You feel so drawn to my aura. Thank you so much. Honestly, I'm feeling that same energy right back to you. For real. I appreciate you, Elizabeth. I hope you stick around. Definitely stay tuned. I'll be going live. So, and I have a YouTube too. TikTok, I'm not trying to send people off y'all platform. But I have a YouTube channel. The link is in my bio. I make longer form videos over there. So if you want to check those out too, definitely do so. And that's for everybody. Okay, so Spirit, talk to us nice. Talk to us real nice about this divine counterpart past life connection. What can you tell us about this person? What can you tell us about this connection? What are the vibes? What are the vibes going to be like? Hi, Sophia. Hi, Sophia. You are never too big. Your energy is never too big. Spirit, what about this past life connection, this divine counterpart, this soulmate? Don't get quiet on us now. Okay, what am I missing? Feels like there's something we might need to uncover first before we can directly get into it. Yeah, confirmation. Okay. There's something else. No, for real. It's like they just wanted to like hint. Like, oh yeah, like something light. Just a soulmate, divine counterpart, past life connection. Something light. Like, you know, just move along. Breeze through that. But of course we want the tea. But it feels like there's something else here that we need to uncover first. Feels like something else. Maybe I'm being drawn to so many things. Okay. Because I'm like, there could be another message out of here. There could be a message in the tarot. There could be a message in my other deck. All of the above. Okay. So Spirit, before they give y'all this divine counterpart, past life connection, soulmate, they're like, we need you to make sure that you do the work. Right? That you actually take the time to do what we were talking about previously and go inwards and figure out what's your vision. Go inwards and figure out what it is that you really want from this connection, right? So that you actually know who they're actually talking about. Like, when they bring this person in, will you be able to actually discern who it is? Like... No, for real, because wait, we just want to skip to the good part, and they're like, slow your roll. They're like, we need to let you know that the love is here, but we need you to do the work first. That's what we was talking about before we got into all of this, right? The love is coming, and the love is coming in quick. But it's like, and I'll read the card. It says, time spent alone, reflection on past and current situations. So there's definitely a need to like do that inner work though. Heavily make sure that you journal at this time. Give yourself journal prompts or just free journal. Like, what have you experienced in love? And for anybody else just coming in, we got past life connection and divine counterpart, and we have soulmate at the bottom of the deck. So a new connection in love is coming through, but Spirit first wants us to make sure that y'all are in the position to handle this new love, hold this new love, be a safe container for this love when it does come in, right? And for yourself too, because up to this point we've been talking about the journey with yourself, right? And we can't forget about that. So make sure that you take the time to journal, and specifically journal about what has gone right with previous love connections. What did you enjoy? What habits or like things it is that they used to do did you really like that you want moving forward, that you want to keep? What did certain love connections inspire you that you might want to do like better or see more of or have more clarity around moving forward? To do a read, you don't necessarily need to tell me the name of the person if you don't want to. You could also give me their initials. I'll do personals at the end once I close out the collective. So yeah, there's a need to just take some time to reflect. Reflect on what worked well. Reflect on what didn't work well. Reflect on what you want to keep moving forward, and reflect on what it is that you don't want to see any more of, right? Like, that's where your boundaries need to come into place. Some of y'all need to reflect on if you even have boundaries. Y'all may have boundaries in certain aspects of your life, but do you have boundaries in regards to love? A lover, a partner, in your connection, right? Because some of y'all might be the type to, like, once a person comes in, you just gung-ho, like, fully, you see how I'm about to just dive into the ocean of love. Like, some of y'all need to, like, remember you are your own person. You have been doing all of this work to get to this point, not just to have a partner, but to experience the life of your dreams. The partner is a component of that love, but they're not the whole picture, right? Like, your life still moves and has moved to this point without that love, or that because the love is always there. The love just comes in different capacities, right? But that specific person hasn't been there the whole time, right? And there's no guarantees to any particular person, right? They have their own free will, their own, ability to make their own choices. They're also on their own journey and need to be doing their own healing work. So we can meet people who come in, and we on both sides want to make it work, but if they're not also growing and evolving and healing in the ways that they need to, that's sometimes how the connections don't last, right? And so there's a need to have proper boundaries. Like, ask yourselves for real, do you have boundaries in regards to love? And then if you don't, it's time to get clear on some. It's time to get clear about your time, right? Because all of your time doesn't have to go towards this new person, this new connection. Sure, like, getting to know them and all those things is gonna, take up more time than previously, right? You're naturally, like, it's a whole divine counterpart past love connection. You're gonna want to spend so much time with them and be in their energy, right? But that doesn't mean that you have, like, I don't know why I'm saying you have permission, but you don't have. You still need you, right? You still need you. You still need to be working towards your business. You still need to be showing up for yourself in your career. You still need to be making sure that you're eating correctly. If working out is a priority for you, skincare is a priority for you, that you're doing all those things. Making sure that you continue to dress nice, keep your body moisturized, like, stay on top of your routines that you built before this person even came in, right? Because you want to continue to show up as your authentic self and show up for you regardless of who comes in and who comes out, right? So there's a need to determine for yourself some boundaries. That's why I'm saying journaling too, because writing it out helps. Also having something to go back to and reference in times when you need it too, right? And for some of y'all, scripting could be important too. I want y'all to look up scripting. Y'all can search it here on TikTok or, look it up. But the idea behind scripting is where you literally, like, you could write out a day in your life. Like, let's say you have, like, this vision of your future that you dream of. Write out a day in your life with all the details and how that version of you would act, who they would be around, where they would go, what it would look like, what it would feel like, right? Because scripting helps you, like, bring that into fruition. It helps you align with the energy and the feeling behind that reality too, which also helps bring it in. So in terms of this connection too, like, scripting could help, And also there's a need to get clear on what it is that you want in love. I was kind of touching on this before, so that you can actually recognize it when it comes in. Because spirit likes to give us tests, right? And before the real thing comes in, they might want to throw you, what's that word? I don't know why I'm blanking on that word. I don't want to say a false twin, but it could be a false twin for some of y'all who are thinking about twin flames. But you know, not the real thing, you know, the counterfeit. That's the word that I'm thinking of, right? So there's also a need to be patient too in love. Patient in letting yourself actually get to know people, and letting things unfold, giving things some time. You're not just rushing into things. Because if this is your person, and if this is like the end all be all, the one, the whatever words you want to use, then they're gonna be around for a while. So it's kind of like, what is the rush, you know? Yes, okay. Because I know we want to get into the love, and then if anybody wants a reading afterwards, you know, I want to hold space for that. So the other card that I got out here was confession, releasing a secret, pursuing virtue through honesty. So one more thing that the divine wants to highlight for y'all before they bring in this new connection, aside from the card I'm about to read at the bottom of the deck, is that they need y'all to be honest. They need y'all to be honest. They do not need y'all to be the version of yourselves that love to sugarcoat things, to pacify stuff, to sweep stuff under the rug, to just swallow something. Like, you may not like something, but you just like, you know, okay, I'm being like a grain of salt. So let me slow down. There are certain things that you do not need to nitpick in a relationship, y'all, okay? Like, there are certain things you can actually just, you know, let be, right? You don't have to nitpick everything about your partner, right? But for the stuff that, and this is also why it's important to get clear on your vision and clear on who you are, because you got to know what your core values are. You got to know what your non-negotiables are. You got to know what things you're not flexible on or what don't work for you, so that you can communicate those things to your person, so that they can understand you. That's why boundaries are so significant too, because when you communicate your boundaries to someone, they're able to better understand how to navigate a relationship with you. And in them honoring your boundaries, it helps you to feel safe and helps you to even feel more comfortable and confident to show up as your full self, right? Or to, you know, you should be showing up as your authentic self from the jump, but your boundaries help keep you safe, help you. Let me slow down, because your boundaries are not about a barrier keeping people out. Your boundaries are about showing and teaching people how to treat you effectively, right? So when you go into these connections, like, be honest and forthcoming about your boundaries, right? If there are things that you don't like or that they do or whatever the case might be, there's a need to be vocal about that if you know that you haven't been vocal about that previously. And then also, if there's something that you need to tell the person up front, let the person know. Be forthcoming. I don't feel like I need to really harp on that. Like, be forthcoming with the information it is that you need to share with these people. Okay, so let's see now if Spirit wants to actually give us yeah, and I have behind the mask here at the bottom of this deck. So be sure to show up as your authentic self and remove the mask. Don't feel like you have to perform or act like somebody that you're not. Okay, let's see. Thank y'all to everybody coming in. Thank y'all for the likes. Okay, Spirit, what can we know about this divine counterpart in past life connection, Spirit? What can we look forward to? What needs to be highlighted? What do we need to know? This is so interesting. Y'all see me shuffling. They really just might want to leave it at that. I'm gonna shuffle one more time. but they might want to leave it at that. Give y'all something to go reflect on. Okay, Spirit. Can we get any information surrounding this divine counterpart? They saying stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned. Maybe in my next live, we'll be able to tap more into this connection. I think they want to leave it at that for right now. Just focusing on you, focus on being brave, having determination, being hopeful, creating the vision that it is that you want for your life, having intention and taking empowered action in your life, choosing happiness, choosing to remove all of the deception, recognizing patterns that aren't serving you in your life, embracing yourself, celebrating yourself for how far it is that you've come, and having boundaries and moving away from what doesn't serve you. So, yes, with that, we're going to close out the collective. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hope that y'all got everything that y'all needed from that message. And maybe next time Tarot will give us the tea on this divine counterpart and who this person is.